Welcome to ReginaldESQ. I'm Underhook and this is my review of the Tier 6 British heavy tank, the Churchill Mark VII. As you can see, looks very similar to the Churchill Mark I. Let's compare them. There you go. Looks a bit bigger, but it's mainly due to the armour changes. Basically, the Churchill Mark VII is a Churchill Mark I with better armour. And that's the end of the review. Thank you very much for watching. No, that's pretty much what it is though. It's got 960 hit points, which is quite good. It weighs from 41 to 43 tonne, a little bit heavier than Churchill 1. Has 350 horsepower, which is exactly the same horsepower as a Churchill 1. Consequently, heavier, same power, it's slower. Has a maximum speed limit of 20 kilometers an hour. The Churchill and the Matilda had 25 kilometers an hour, so they were slow tanks. So this is a very slow tank. Traverse is also 20. Quite slow. The armour, 152 at the front, 95 at the side, 50 at the rear. The turret is also 152 at the front, 95 at the rear, and is a bit better at the back, is 95 at the back as well. So the turret's very good. I know what you're probably thinking, you're saying, but hang on, the Churchill 1 had 170 something armour at the front, and this has only got 152. You said it had better armour. Well, yes, because the Churchill 1, as I explained in my review of the Churchill 1, is like Swiss cheese. There's so many weak spots, you can't avoid it's hard to miss the weak spots. So we had 170 mils here, but this wasn't, around the gun wasn't, this side of the tank wasn't, the lower plate wasn't. There's a big weak spot right there, and there's no armour on the tank. So this thing was, you know, you had to angle it a certain way to protect this side, and you know, then your tracks get blown off, and anyway. So on this tank, it's a genuine 152 all across the front. The machine gun, of course, is still a weak spot, as is that hatch there. They have vastly improved this. You don't seem to get penned in this spot anymore like you do in the Churchill 1. I don't know if it's actually got armour in there, but it seems to do better. Also, these little plates here protect it when it's angled. They can't get into that area. Still would be better with a mantlet, but you get what they give you. Also, now we have covers on the tracks, so artillery doesn't blow you away anywhere near as easily. Now on the side here, remember on the Churchill 1, we had the side, but the side only had 63 on the side. On the Churchill 7, that side armour is now 95. So you can side scrape quite well now. Just sort of, you know, get on the wall, back out from the wall, take a shot, come back, and you're just presenting that to them. It will bounce a lot of shots. Another weak spot though, however, is these cheeks here. If they shoot you straight through here, it does still passes through your tracks and then into the hull. So that can be a way. That's actually easier to get through that than it is to get through the side. So you've got to be a bit careful that when you are side scraping, still try and keep that part concealed. On the side, of course, these hatches are a weak point, and right in the center of these engine vents is a weak spot, but it's very hard to hit them. The ammo box at the back is not considered part of the tank. If they shoot it, it doesn't cause a penetration. This cupola on the top is very small. You can penetrate it, but it is very small, and because you're very rarely using this as a hill tank due to its terrible gun depression, people don't bother aiming for it anyway. The rear of the tank is quite vulnerable, has lower hit points, but the rear of the turret's pretty good. Let's go on to now talk about the turret traverse, which is 30, and that's quite good. The view range is 360, which is also quite good, and the signal range is 550, also quite good. I have my crew, my radio man, equipped with signal boosting to help boost the radio range, and I carry binocs to help with the view range. With the binocs fitted, you get well over 400 meters view range. Now let's have a look at the gun, and this will show you exactly why I think this is a Churchill 1 with better armour. Let's get this. This is the top gun now. So this gun here is off the Churchill Mark I, and this is the gun from the top gun from the Churchill VII. Now on the Churchill Mark I, the difference as soon as you put the Churchill Mark I gun into the Churchill Mark VII, the rate of fire increases from 12 point something or other up to 13.95. I guess it's a roomier turret or a more efficient turret, and they can load it quicker. All the other stats are exactly the same as they are on the Churchill Mark 1. So when we look at the, so that's a 75mm gun. It's a 76mm gun in the Churchill Mark 7. And what does that give you? Well, it gives you exactly the same loading time, exactly the same accuracy, exactly the same, load time, aim time, and accuracy. Accuracy is still very good at 0.36. Aim time's not bad. Loading time's very good, very quick. Penetration, no, goes from 145 to 148, so it's only 3 increase in penetration. The average damage goes from 135 to 140, so it's only a 5 increase. So essentially, you've got the same gun as you had in Churchill Mark 1. Hence, I say it's a Churchill Mark 1 with better armor, and it goes slower because it's got the better armor. That's pretty much what you've got. And you've got to face a tier higher tanks. So it's, because of the armor improvement, it's a beast now against its own tier, so against tier 6s. It will bounce shots from KV-1S. If you angle it like that, no problem. And it will penetrate most tanks tier 6, not a problem. Once you get to tier 7 and 8, you'll have trouble penetrating anything but weak spots on a lot of the tanks, and the armor doesn't really stand up to them. You can start side scraping and they'd actually just go bang and punch through your side armor. So yeah, but not all of the tanks at tier 7, for example, yeah, but some of the heavies will, and by tier 8 just about everybody can pummel you. Okay. Other than that, the gun depression is still terrible, same as it was on the Churchill 1. It's got minus 4 degrees of gun depression and only 12 degrees elevation, which is also atrocious. So do avoid going on any hills. Even if you're driving on a sideways on a slope and you see someone down the bottom of the slope a little bit out from the bottom of the hill, you don't have enough elevation to hit them. You get caught out not being able to return fire to people, and so you've got to be. I just stay away from hills. You can brawl in towns with this one, unlike the Churchill 1, but only at tier 6. Once you get to tier 7 and 8, it's very dangerous to brawl in towns, and you're better off sniping, as you probably would with the Churchill 1. I think I have covered just about everything we need to cover. Look, it is a good tank in a way. The speed is its main limiting factor, because sometimes you can't keep up with the pace of the battle, and you'll have games where you just don't get to shoot at anything. And games when you lose, you generally have a good game because there's people attacking you and you're just getting a chance to shoot them and try and angle and fend them off, and usually get a lot of hits that way, because you don't need the speed when you're defending so much. But look, you have some terrible games in it, but also some good games. I've only got 2 Radley Walters medals, and I've got them both in this tank. Without saying anything else, let's get into some gameplay. Okay folks, the map is Airfield. The game's been going for about 4 minutes, and I've been trying to do some sniping. It hasn't worked out. Now I see we're getting in a bit of trouble from the enemy, and I'm just rushing off to help, doing the best I can to help out.
Enemy armor is hit.
Oh, they love it. Look at the fire, look at the flames.
Penetration.
Fantastic. Anytime you get to set a T-29 on fire, it's a good day. Now, the reason I'm showing you this replay is because, one, it's highlighting the good penetration and accuracy of the gun, but also you're going to see it's a demonstration of how the lack of speed or the slowness of the Churchill can cost you a game, because it costs us the game the speed of my tank. So we'll see how that happens in a minute. At the moment, it's just a good bit of gameplay. It's a bit of fun to watch. Sneak up on him. He hits us, we hit him. He did actually penetrate us, but I'm going to reload faster than he will. I'm tracked though, so I'm just trying to track him so he can't come after me. Now I'm getting shot in the back. Bad move, Mr. BDR. I'm moving now, so the tank does shoot quite well on the move. I'm stationary again now, though. That was a bad shot. He's coming back out. We put one shot into him, he bounces off us. I told you can bounce him.
Critical hit.
He's actually an IS too, he's not a KV-1S. He's bounced one shot. And look what somebody else got him. Somebody else stole the kill. We got hit by a Tiger P. Because we were being spotted, that Tiger P on the head over there was be able to see us through the bushes. But now I notice we're being capped. It's 15% cap. I'm going to try and get this Tiger P first, and we do. Great. Now I want to get back to the cap. There's artillery having a go at us. Artillery loves Churchills because they're so slow. So what speed are we doing? We're doing 19, 20, 19. Trying to get back to the base. We've got a KV-1 up there who's trying to as well. 40% capped, 41%. Come on. So I need to get back to the cap and shoot one of them. If they're in there and I can shoot them, it'll reset the cap. 53. Now I'm doing 13 kilometers an hour. I am thinking I've just got to get there and shoot. And so I think I'll just get to the top of the hill. Then I remember there's all these buildings in the cap. So I'm thinking, oh God, no. I've got to maneuver through these buildings and then somehow get to these guys in time. 74%. There's the cap circle. Now it's not encountered, so entering the cap will not stop the cap. I have to shoot the person who's capping. This is where I decide, well look, bypassing everything is going to take too long. Now I've seen him. There he is. Is that BDR I was shooting. 97%. 98. Come on, get him. Get him. Get him. We penetrated him. Just too late. And we lose the game. Now, here's the results screen. When I was playing that game, when it actually happened, I thought I had shot him in time. And I thought, oh God, the cat reset's not working. Something's wrong with the game. But no, looking at it, it went 100%. Then I shot him, and then it said that it had been capped. Oh, geez, that was so close. I was so annoyed at the time of losing it. Anyway, we did a good job, but we just couldn't save the game, unfortunately. It was a defeat. You can see here we did. We got the top experience for our team with 670. We did 1,891 damage. Not the top damage though. The Tiger P on our team did quite a bit more damage. We're second highest damage. Okay. Other than that, tank numbers were pretty even. They just managed to cap. Shots fired 17, 14 direct hits. All the ones that hit penetrated. Damage 1891. Hits received 4. Only 2 of the 4 we received penetrated us. Potential damage received was 1100. Enemies damaged 6. Destroyed 1. And we also did 1500 points of spotting damage. At the start of the game, which I didn't show you, I was hiding behind a bush trying to snipe people. I was spotting a lot of people, but I couldn't get anyone because they just didn't quite get within the point where I could shoot them. So it was a bit boring, so I didn't show you that part. Alright, so we made good money. We do make good money in this tank. It is a good money making tank. Next game. Alright.
Let's get this show on the road.
The map is South Coast. And obviously the start of the game. I might just speed up moving into position here, to maybe 4 times. It is a slow tank and a bit boring to watch it move. Down to 2 times now. And I'll slow down to 1 times now. So I pull up to this bush. I think I'm going to do a bit of sniping to start with. Looking to see if I can spot anything. Got my binocs, so as long as I'm still for a few seconds, the binoculars kick in. And here we see.
Enemy is hit.
Come now. As soon as I shoot, I move back from the bushes because I know there's going to be at least a couple of tank destroyers over in the hills waiting for people to light up when they shoot. So if I fire, I move back. Now VK there's been killed. He's a bit silly going out there.
Enemy armor is hit.
As you can see, we penetrate the KV-1S without much trouble. Most of the time, it's pretty easy to penetrate them. I'll move back to spot again since I've lost the spot. And then I notice a Lux. His Lux has run out. Whew, everyone pulverizes him. I'm shooting at where I last spotted the guy. Blind firing. Hopefully we're doing some damage here. Maybe we were. He's still there. And he's dead now. Well, we registered 2 hits on him, but I think we probably did more than that. KV1 penetrates no problem.
Enemy armor is hit.
So we spotted Churchill 1 as well. We'll see if we can get a maneuver and get a shot on that. He moves into position nicely for us, and we do a terrible shot.
Penetration.
I saw a tank showed up there, but it went away, so I'm going to move in a position where I can spot again, see if we can light him up again. There he is. Ah, can't get a shot on him now. Move back, see if we can get another shot on the Churchill. No. VK appears to have moved.
Penetration. Penetration. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
That was nice. Oh, now we've got a Hellcat and a Stug that have been lit up on the hill there. I'm prepared to risk being in the bushes here because they're the people that would be shooting back at me anyway, and neither of them was pointing their guns at me, so we should be able to get a few rounds off without having to worry about them shooting back at us. Unfortunately, we lost the spot. I'm not sure if that's hitting him at all or not. Sometimes at range it's hard to tell. Sometimes I look like they don't go anywhere, but oh, Mr. Churchill's kindly exposed himself again.
Penetration.
Added his lower plate though, I think. So I've had a pretty good influence on the game. I'll pull back here again to see if there's anybody else that's going to show up. I'll just speed this up a little bit now. 2 times. I decide it's time to move forward. It's even 7-all. Now I'm going to try and put my armour to use by confronting the enemy. Although there might be a juicy shot here if I can get back. Nah. Oh, is he coming through? Yes, yes. Now there's gun depression. My tank was slightly tilted. See there, my tank's tilted. My gun will not depress enough to get the shot on him. So I missed a shot there due to the gun depression. One of the issues with the Churchill. Speed this up again, it's just agonizing. I've got it at, is it 2 times? That's 4 times now. I'll slide back to single speed now. 2 times. Back to normal speed. We can't get a shot on that. He's dead anyway. Doug. I haven't got the elevation. I can't get a shot on him. But I'm backing up so I can get a shot on the Hellcat, but then somebody else gets it. So you can see there, not only is the gun depression a problem, the gun elevation is also a problem. Back to 2 times. And back to 1 times now. No, we can't get a shot. Someone else gets him. So the team has kicked in a gear, and it's 12-9 now. We're winning quite convincingly. This guy obviously reversing away from an enemy.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Didn't know that he was reversing into me. So bye-bye to him. I'm heading up towards their base now. They've only got artillery and a tank destroyer left. So I figure the artillery is going to be near the base there, and the other tank destroyer may well be there. So we've got tanks just about everywhere else. But as you see, if I had a fast tank, I could probably go and clean them both up. But I've got a slow tank, and getting there. That's another thing. It's hard to get a lot of kills in these because you never get to do the free ones at the end, the cheap clean-up shots. Very rarely do you get to do them. Oh, but we've spotted T-40.
Enemy armor is hit.
Very good tank, the T-40. Tank destroyer.
Got him.
And we've got him. So yay, another kill to us. Can we get that M41? It'd just be too good if we could beat the KV-1S there, wouldn't it? I know it's bad, but I'm kind of hoping he actually kills the KV-1S so that I can get the shot on him. But actually, as it turns out, our artillery gets him anyway. A good game, that one. Good victory, 60,000 credits. That experience is amazing, but I think it's a 5 times promotion, so don't get too excited. It'd be good if you got that every game, wouldn't it? As you can see, we hit plenty of tanks, and we did a bit of spotting damage there. It's a nice looking screen, that. And looking experience, we're on top for experience, quite well on top, over 1,000 raw experience, which is a great game in a tier 6 tank. 3 kills, very happy with that. And we did the most damage by a fair way. Next screen, 28 shots fired, 18 direct hits, 17 of our 18 shots penetrated. That's fantastic. Damage 1975. We damaged 7 enemies, destroyed 3, which is great. And we did 1100 spotting damage as well. Those binocs help for that. And we received 45,000 credits, and there's a 15,000 bonus for being in the top 5 damage dealers at the moment. Without that, we still would have made 40,000 profit, which is great. The ammo is very cheap in this gun and for this tank. And yeah, we got a 5 times promotion on the experience, which was just fantastic. Okay, next game. This is a tier 6 game I played earlier today. It's quite a good game, so I thought I could show you this one. I'm not going to go up the middle. I decided to go up the side here. I'm going to speed this up because the tank is just so slow. Back down to 2 times. We were at 4 times. Now I can see, it looks like they've got some tanks up there. I've slowed down to normal speed now. 1 times. Looks like they've got some tanks up there. I start going up the side of the hill to try and get my tank higher, but then it starts to stuff up my gun depression, on my gun elevation. So I have to go on a bit of an angle. And I was sure I saw some tanks up there, so I think I'm just going to do a bit of blind firing. Who knows, maybe I'll hit somebody. But it doesn't look like I am. I'm just hitting brick and stuff, so no. Ah, there was somebody up there. I knew there was.
Penetration. Enemy is
I
hit.
managed to track him.
Penetration.
And there's a Hellcat.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor
Still
is
tracked.
damaged.
Oh, he's got his tracks back up.
That one didn't go through.
I don't know if we tracked him again. Yeah, we did. Poor
Enemy
bugger.
vehicle destroyed.
Nothing he could do. Good idea when you got someone in a position like that, just to track them with your first shot and then punish them. We all know that feeling when we get caught like that and there's just nothing you can do about it. Doesn't feel good. Feels alright when you're not when you're the one doing it to them, though. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. The tank is painfully slow. So I see my ARL up here is in a bit of a tussle, so I'll try and get there as quick as possible, which takes forever. So this Hellcat has come out from the side to try and outflank him. Didn't know I was here.
Critical hit.
2 critical hits in a row, no damage. How bad luck is that?
Enemy is
The
hit.
Hellcat's firing premium ammo at me and penetrates me.
Enemy vehicle
But he
destroyed.
didn't have a lot of health left, so he's dead now. His VK is now lying up against. We're angled fairly well. They start to get a bit scared now and back off a little bit.
Enemy armor is hit.
I'm aiming for his cupola and we hit it. This
Penetration.
guy don't need to aim for his cupola, we just get him in the front. Well, I probably don't need to get the cupola on either of them actually. I can just see the tip, we don't quite get it. That'll be enough.
Penetration.
Yeah. You guys come out for some. You can see the armour is standing up very well here. As long as I keep this bit of an angle, stand a little bit to the side. Oh, mate, what are you doing? You've got almost no health left and you're rushing in front of me. The ARL should stay back as well.
Didn't penetrate their
Let the
armor.
guy with the health and the armour take
Enemy
the
armor
beating.
is damaged.
He should be behind me, not cutting in front of me.
They're knocked out.
I'm tracked.
Let's roll.
Look at him, he's doing it again. He's pushing me out of the way. He's got almost no health left. Mate, I'm trying to cut in so I can cut in and face that dead tank so I can take a protected shot. And, well, he gets the kill. But really, you know, don't cut in front of somebody who's got good armor and good health. You want to be behind me and pop out from behind me and shoot. Oh, this guy doesn't even know we're here. We miss! Oh, come on, gotta get him in the back.
Enemy
Yes!
vehicle destroyed.
Assassin. I've got a KV-1S up there, which is fairly dangerous. I've got 363 health left. He could one-shot kill me. I've got my armor angled, but he's got the height advantage, so I have to be careful.
Enemy is hit.
Oh, he's in trouble now.
Penetration.
Oh, hasn't got much health left. Aim for his cupola, and
Enemy
we get it.
vehicle destroyed.
And that's it. They're all dead. That was a fun game. Really showed how the Churchill, on a narrow road like that, the Churchill can do really well, and corner fighting with the correct angling of the armour. If I had been on my own, probably would have been in a bit of trouble because several tanks could have come out and rushed me. If they got to the sides and behind me, I'd have been in big trouble because I just don't have the manoeuvrability to deal with them. But the fact that I had a couple of other tanks with me really helped, and I actually really wanted to keep those other tanks alive so that they wouldn't rush me. Unfortunately, the drivers were hell-bent on self-destructing, but yeah, we did really well. I was really happy with that game. Let's have a look at the next screen. So we did the most damage. A VK did the second most damage, and other than that, everyone was a bit low on damage. We got 5 kills and we got 1100 experience, which is awesome. Great game. And we can see here we fired 32 shots, 21 of those shots hit, 18 penetrations, which is pretty good. 2000 damage. We received 7 hits, only 3 of those penetrated, so we bounced 4 shots, which is great. Potential damage received 1305, enemy spotted 1, damage 7, destroyed 5, so that was a great game. We made really good money, even though we had, without the $15,000 bonus that's going at the moment, we still would have made 30,000 profit, which is really, really good. And that 1,100 non-premium experience is fantastic. With premium it comes up to 1,650, and it was the first game for today, and so we got double that, which is great. Lots of fun. Thank you for watching my review of the Churchill Mark VII. Please hit like if you liked it, and if you want to see some more, subscribe to ReginaldESQ. This is the only time you'll ever see a Churchill 7 move fast. You ready? Whoa! Whoa! Oh, it's freaking me out! It's freaking me out! Ah! Have fun.